Good morning, Board Game Geeks. Dotty here. Stuck in isolation, like a lot of you out there. So yeah, games can't happen for a while. So what I'm going to do is go through a lot of old board games and show you what's in them. There's a lot that's probably gone underneath your radar. There's a lot that you've probably seen on Kickstarter that you just didn't think you were going to back. So I'm picking off the shelf randomly until we get back to some normality, and we'll see how we go from there. So, this is Junk by Mothman Games. So this is the Alpha edition. This is the very first printing they did through Kickstarter. It did pretty okay. I'll cover the downsides to it later on. The setup is a bit more complicated than you think, and the playthrough is a lot more. So let me take you through it. I haven't even got it set up properly. Let me find my stuff. So, wasteland cards. Wasteland. These are the cards you will have to start with. There's various land cards which you get to build. You start off with, it's not that one, it might be the farmlands. Might be former farmlands, not ruins, it's not fallout shelter. Anyway, whatever it is. So when you go exploring, you'll draw a number of these cards equivalent to your, I want to say, society symbols. So you always draw at least one plus the number of society symbols, or it's to show like your influence across the land. And the more things you encounter, the more stuff you'll come across, the more bad things that will happen. Which is what it's like. It's post-apocalyptic. I should have said that from the start. Post-apocalyptic survival game. Right. So, to start up, you have to start your tribe. So, ignore the double facing. What you do is you take all the single symbol cards, shuffle them all, deal 2 out to everyone, and they pick which one they want. So, obviously that's combat. That produces you bullets every turn. Memory serves me right. That's just society, which is awesome. That's tech. That produces fuel. Oh no, that produces fuel. That's number of tech. Where is it? And there's your important one. Produces extra food. As you see, some of them doubled. And you can recruit these as you go into the game. In one of the phases, which is the growth phase, where you pay number of food. You pay 1 food, as you see. There's 10 of you. Go to the wasteland or go to the junk pile. You can trade, survive, do your tribe stuff, fight, forage. And I'll cover the tribe actions right now. Oh, in a minute. So junk is literally pieces of junk, and it tells you what you need, and then you go through the tech pile once you've got enough parts for it to find this item. Which is awesome. Each tech will give you more benefits. There is a power game bonus where you'll never starve unless you overpopulate really quickly, which does happen. So that covers, well, yeah, so go and drive with drunk. You're going to draw one card plus an additional card for every cog you've got in your tribe. I'm guessing that's meant to represent your tech heads giving you a proper shopping list rather than you guessing what you need. We'll go with that. Then, trade. Now, trading is awesome. Oh, I forgot to cover. These are the guys that go out into your wasteland, waste warriors, and rebel rogues. So you get dealt one of these at the beginning of the game, and then you decide which one you're going to keep. Obviously, they've got different stats. One's better at killing, one's better at killing, one's better at defending, one's better at foraging and carrying stuff back. There are better ones, the cloaker and the killer. But you don't get to choose them, they stay in the pile to be recruited later. So they're the ones that go out into the wilderness and you decide on what they're doing. You can pay fuel to immediately bring them back and send them out. Faith. Right, so back to trading. So trading is you send one of the units out, you offer a trade up to one of your opponents. They say yes. You venture out with the gear. They venture out with their gear. You agree to the trade. You pass cards or items to each other. Then you come back to your base. Then you look at the cards. And that's the point where you'll find out if they've been loyally honest with you or they've completely shafted you. Is the best way of putting it. Yeah. You don't have to honour any trade agreement whatsoever. Yes, it's what we like. Then we hit the survival stage where you've got to pay one food for each tribal consult, for each tribe you have in your homestead, including any units that have returned. While the units are out foraging, they don't cost you any food. It's what you've got. Tribe actions. Excuse me. Right, you can grow, where you draw more cards. So you draw two, pick one. You must pick one regardless. I found out during a 4-player gameplay that you can't just keep drawing more and more and more in hope that you're going to get food because you'll starve. Recruit a unit, once again, well, you're paying 2 food, draw 2, pick 1. It's good to have more people going out grabbing you things, and you can split them up to do things. Play land, pay a fuel, and you get to sell a land from your hand, which you get from the wastelands. They give you more bonus, more storage area for your food tokens, which are these little plastic things. Search wasteland cards. You can pay more food to carry on searching through the wasteland. You can scavenge, jump and rummage through the junk pile, salvage, go through a junk discard pile. Do that. Convert. Now, this is a good one. You can convert your opponent's tribe people to come join your cause as long as your society is stronger willed than theirs. It's always a roll off. Yes. Then pile. You can have a number of piles equals 1 plus the number of engineers you've got in your tribe area, which is great. The more you have, the more tech you're going to research quicker. Then you assemble the tech, which you need your researchers for, and then any additional movement for fuel. These are quick cheat sheets for everyone. Let's tribe. La 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 la. Come here. Then you got the fighting phase where you can actually beat people up. Raid lands. So you just raid your opponent for all their food. or attack their wasteland units, which will then kill their unit, and they've got to spend their resources to actually get one back. And finally, move your people into the wasteland or move them back, which is always good. That's it. Then the last one is a clean up fate. You forage from the lands, and then you gain stuff as you do that. And then initiative. I can't remember how initiative was resolved. I think we just went with the easy one of passing the first player cube, which is tiny, around the table, which was pretty easy to do. But this is how turn works, that you explore, then your next player explores, and you complete the trades off the turns phases one by one. So everyone explores, then trades, and that, and survival, then tribe, then fights, then moves, then forages. First player cubes passed on. Blah, 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 blah. Simple as that. Okay. I can't remember what this cost me. I don't know if it's available on the shops. I had a quick scan before, I couldn't see it, so I assume this game has not hit the shelves or has no intention of coming back. If it does, I'd possibly go with the second edition print, but there has to be more to it. Like miniatures, everyone's obsessed with miniatures. I'd love to see miniatures. They just have to be generic miniatures, that's all. A few more cards to pick from, a few more tribe options, a few more units to pick from with various stats, a lot more waste cards. You burn through the deck so quickly. More junk. Tech is okay. I think it's pretty fine with having a finite amount, but it's the other 4 decks just need a boost. As for tokens, this is what you get. Black ones represent the cataclysms that affect your tribe. You get too many, you lose the game. Simple as. To win, you just got to get, what is it, 3 major and 4 minor tech, something like that. I'll have a look. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see. Okay, so there's various victories. Some of them are targets as civ techs before any other tribe does. Totem chosen before the turn of the game's 2, 3, 4, or 5. Simple. Penalty, destroy all the tribes by defeating the last unit or conquering the land. Remaining tribes. And in the last phase, and you're the only one left standing. And chaos tokens will destroy you. But if everyone's getting chaos tokens, which are these ones, that's all you get in the box. And there's 4 players, it's not enough. Just saying. So yeah, what the game is good, but you need someone. You need a couple of playthroughs to actually go through and get it nailed down before you even think of playing it properly and competitively. It's just one of those games where you got to get your head around the swing of things. Like, you're very limited on the resources, you're very limited in what you can do, and you have to pick what you're doing perfectly, otherwise you're going to be sat back picking up the pieces of a decimated tribe while someone is just collecting more and more units, more and more tribes, and they're just ruining your day. There's literal wasteland cards that will throw chaos tokens at you. Doesn't matter what you've got, doesn't matter who you've got. It's crazy. If there's one in there where it's overpopulation, you got too many tribes throw, get a chaos token and kill someone. If you've got the lowest population, get a chaos token. It covers everything. Everything you fight, you roll a dice, and it's your strength versus their strength with plus dice roll. But there's not a lot of encounters in there. There's not a lot of encounters, not a lot of locations. There's not enough variation. It'd be nice to see locations with defences in them. Yeah, it'd be nice to see you could assign equipment to your units going out, but having with limited bullets. Once the bullets are gone, that's that. The game's got huge potential. It feels like it was done on a budget, and the guy's idea, or lady's idea, was to create this game and have it hit a certain point, and it does. That's Justin Jones. So it does hit and reach a certain point where it's good, but there is huge potential for this because everyone likes post-apocalyptic games, where this could be amazing, like unbelievably amazing. Like the stretch goal unlocks, I think these were part of it. We got upgraded to them, which are like tiddlywinks, and a few, like 3 or 4 extra cards. That was one of the major disappointments to it. It was not like any other game out there where it was just constant cards. But that shows a sign of the times with the Kickstarters now, that the more people get involved, the bigger the stretch goals, the more stretch goals there are, which is always grand. So don't take me wrong, like I'm not ripping into the game, I just want to give you an honest opinion. Is it one for you to get if you like the post-apocalyptic games? And it is going to eat up a lot of your time. 45 minutes is the gameplay time. That's if you play everything right and you know what you're doing. 2 to 4 players, you got to have 4. The amount of stuff that could potentially happen, you've got to have 4 players. The sheer benefit of this game. Is it a good game? Yes. Can it be improved? Hell yes. Should they improve it? Yes, definitely. Please just do it. I don't even know if the company's still going anymore. I'll have to try and tag them in it later on. But yeah, if you see it and it's there for £20 to £30, then yeah, have a little dabble. But it could have had huge potential. Even with play mats and whatnot, it could have been great. Other than that, guys, that's that. I'll try not to spam YouTube with video after video now, even though I've got loads that I could cover. It's just picking the right game to cover. I could do that one next. Right, I'm looking at my games. Sorry. What was I going to say? I got things in the pipeline, as you all know. Our live streams of the Alien RPG been delayed. Same with the Dungeons and Dragons. My PC's not here; it's elsewhere. so I can't physically get online to stream. So I will continue to work on the D&D homebrew. The alien one, we're going to go through the set missions to start with, and I've got a couple of ideas for a homebrew campaign to continue on with that. As for UK Games Expo, that's now in August. We've changed our dates and we are off for that, pending on this bloody virus that's taken over the world. So that's it. Hope you all stay safe, look out for each other, keep gaming. Yeah. See you on the flip side of this. It's all going to be fine. See you next time, guys.